show the world you got a bubble butt, bubble butt.
Onions and garlic, we know definitely damage red blood cell membranes and cause anemia. While that acutely might not cause your dog to appear sick to you, especially if it's only eaten a small amount of garlic and onions, it can cause anemia that several weeks or months down the road, especially if it's a chronic ingestion, the dog could become very ill from. And so you need to be aware of that as well.
So the first thing we're going to need is a 1/4 cup of pumpkin seeds, and then also a 1/4 cup of walnuts. And then we're just going to add these to a food processor and pulse them until they're roughly chopped. So this is what we're going for right here. Then we can go ahead and add this to a large mixing bowl. Then we're going to need 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to also need some kale, and you want to remove the ribs of the kale just by taking your knife and cutting alongside of the rib and then removing it. Now, depending on the size of your kale leaves, you may only need 2 or 3. We are going for 1/3 of a cup chopped and packed into the little cup here, just like that. And then we can go ahead and add this to our mixing bowl. Meat without bones contains a lot of phosphorus and must be balanced with calcium, so bone meal contains a full range of minerals for proper calcium absorption. We need 1 tablespoon. Next, we're going to need some organic, yummy, gooey tahini. And we need 1 tablespoon of this as well. Dogs love this. Then we're going to go ahead and take a spoon and mix this all together. You want to make sure you mix it well so that everything is all combined in here. So it should look something like this when you're all finished. Next, we're going to need 1 pound of stew beef, and you want to use either like all grass-fed beef, organic beef, however they have it in your grocery store. I find it the chunks the easiest to use. If you have a big dog, you may not have to cut these, but since I have chihuahuas, I'm going to go ahead and cut these down into tiny little pieces so that they can eat them. So as you can see, I kind of broke it up into, what do we got, 7 pieces here. Okay. So you're going to do this for all of your meats if you need to cut them however you like, and then mix this in with our bowl, and it should come out looking something like this. It actually looks really good. Like, I might even try it, I don't know. Then we're going to go ahead and portion this out depending on your dog's specific needs. And here it is. We are all finished. And this will keep in the refrigerator for no more than 3 days. And you're going to want to use it up or freeze it. Some organic pumpkin and peanut butter dog treats. Now, I've seen this recipe on so many websites, so it's definitely tried and true, but I wanted to put my own little twist on things. So I was thinking, well, Halloween, orange, what's orange? What's orange that my dogs like, actually? So I was thinking my dogs absolutely love baby carrots, so I decided to add in some carrot juice and some carrot pulp, and that's gonna help bring out a little bit more orange color from the treats. So I wanted to show you real time how good these treats are. Just in case you don't believe me, I have Sammy here to prove these treats are awesome. Are you ready? Are you ready for your thing I told you had to get ready for? We're getting ready to film you now. Do you want a treat? Speak. Okay. Here's your treat, little cutie. Slow down. You're gonna choke it up. Just let me. And then we have another contestant who is going to be a tester today. Are you ready to be a treat tester? Are you ready to be a treat tester? Are you ready to be a treat tester? Yeah. Do you like your treats? Now hold on. Now hold on. You're just gonna eat it all. Hold on. Shh. She likes to scarf the whole thing and then ends up throwing it up because she swallowed it too fast. You need little pieces because you're just a little guy. Yeah, you are. All right, guys, so I have listed everything below in my blog as usual that you're going to need for this. Let's go grab it and get started. Who wants to make some treats? You want to make treats? Watch this. She'll just like take the whole thing. Now what? She doesn't know what to do. You don't know what to do you? You want me to put you down? Okay. All right, so the first thing we're going to need to do is preheat our oven to 350. Next, we're going to need a large bowl and we're going to put 2 eggs into here. You're going to want to use free-range organic eggs for this. Then we're going to need some organic pumpkin, and make sure it's not the sweetened kind. And I like this brand by Farmer's Market. And we are going to need half a cup of this and add it to our bowl. The next thing we're going to need is some peanut butter. You can use fresh peanut butter or you can buy some organic peanut butter like I've done here. And we're going to need 2 tablespoons of this. You can add this gooey stuff into our bowl. Then the next thing we need is some carrot juice, and I'm actually filming this with my phone, so sorry it's a little shaky, but you may need 1 or 2 carrots for this. We're going to need a 1/4 cup of carrot juice and a 1/4 cup of the pulp that comes out here as well. So then we can go ahead and measure this out. So that's 1/4 cup, and we're going to add this into our bowl. Then using a whisk, we're going to whisk this all together. All right, then we need some sea salt and also some organic ground cinnamon. And we're going to need half a teaspoon of each of these. Then we're going to need some organic sprouted wheat flour, and I like the brand by Arrowhead Mills. And then we're going to add in 2½ cups of this to our bowl. All right, then we're going to take that 1/4 cup of carrot pulp, and then I like to go ahead and flake it out. It just helps with the mixing a little bit because we're going to have little chunks of carrot in there. So then you can take a spoon and begin mixing this all together. And here in a minute, I'm just going to switch over to my hands because my arm was hurting. If you guys don't mind getting your nails dirty, guys, using your hands is so much easier than using a spoon. But I was trying to save my nails, but my arm was hurting so bad. So then we're left over with this big ball of dough. Then we're going to go ahead and spread some flour out onto a cutting board or whatever you have that you like to roll out some dough on, but I'm just going to use this bamboo cutting board. Then we're going to put our ball of dough down and begin rolling this out. Now it can be a little sticky. Just use all the flour you need for this, guys. Sometimes you might have to just flip it over too, that helps. And we're just going to roll it out to about maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. Then we're going to need a cookie sheet with some parchment paper on top of it here, just like this. And then pick out your favorite little cookie cutters. I have some Halloween ones and then also some dog bone ones, but any cookie cutters will work for this. Then we're going to go ahead and cut these out. And if anything's feeling a little sticky and maybe the cookies aren't coming out, well, dog treats aren't coming out as well as you hoped, then you just need to add a little bit more flour. So they should come out just like this, nice and smooth. Then when you cut them all out, you can go ahead and wrap your dough back up, put your flour back down, and then roll this back out again. And recut out your biscuits or cookies or dog treats or whatever you want to call it. I guess you could technically eat these, right? I don't know. All right, so here's what it looks like when we're done, guys. We're going to pop this in the oven. Remember, it's at 350 and we're going to do this for 40 minutes. Then 5 minutes before the treats are done, I like to pull them out and I'll brush them with some carrot juice. It just makes them a little bit more orange color instead of that floury brown color. So this is just really for looks, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. But then I'll pop them back in the oven for those last 5 minutes and that'll make sure the carrot juice is all nice and dry. Then you're just gonna let them cool down on a cooling rack and we are all done. Pumpkin, peanut butter, carrot, dog treats. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your dogs really enjoy these treats. My dogs absolutely love them. I think we finished them off in maybe a week, less than a week. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Here is a chicken breast, and there's a lot of different things that you can use for this. I'll use a chicken breast, you can use liver, you can use beef heart, and with all those things you're just going to put them in a pot with boiling water, some garlic salt, and cook that till it's done. And I like big pieces, big whole pieces. You don't want to use like little tiny, stir fry pieces like that, because you're gonna cut it in the biggest slices possible. So when you pull it out of your pocket, they're like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. So we'll take our chicken breast and we will place that in the boiling pot here. Ooh, good, didn't burn myself. See if I can do this without. Ooh, not too bad. Be free, fly. And when it's cooking, usually I'll get some salt going in there, some garlic salt. So after your chicken's done, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your oven and you're gonna go to bake. And you're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Make sure there's no small children or animals in there before you get started. Hansel and Gretel, yeah, we got rid of them already. It's also a good idea to make sure that when you're cooking the bait, that the dog is in the same room so they can smell this. Because, you know, basically what you're doing is you're cooking your food, and they're going to eat a little bit of that, and then it's just going to drive them absolutely nuts, because that's what they want. They always want what we have. So make sure they're in the same room in the kitchen. I know that's usually a bad thing, but that's what I want my show dogs to do. Okay, so our chicken has been cooking for about 30 minutes. If you're cooking chicken for you to eat, you might want to do 20 minutes or bring it to a boil, and then after it gets done boiling, you can turn it off and then let the chicken cook in there. But we're going to go ahead and take this out after 30 minutes here. Turn this off. And I'm going to take the chicken and we're going to place it on a paper towel. Let some of that moisture come off of it. And bring that right over here. Let that cool down a little bit. Then after it cools down, we'll cut it up and I'll show you the next step. All right, cut. Okay, so once you've got your chicken breast up here and then you got some of the moisture out of it there, then you're going to go ahead and grab yourself a good knife. And we want to make pieces as large as possible. So find a way where we can do like some fillets. And I'm going to cut this, find us a sharp knife. Okay, so I want to make the largest pieces possible. So I'll cut down through that. And the same thing with your beef heart or your liver. You want the biggest chunks you can find. Probably somewhere around a half an inch thick, 3/8, somewhere around in there. Then you're going to take some paper towels. And you're going to stick them on this cookie sheet here. And then lay your pieces of chicken on here. And again, this could be liver, this could be beef heart, chicken, or you can make a combination of everything there. Once you've got your chicken on the paper towel, then you'll take your garlic salt. Do both sides. Now we had our oven preheated to 350 degrees. So now we'll take this over to where the oven is. And the oven is going to get turned off now. So it's set at 350 degrees. The elements are not heating anymore because we've just turned this off. We'll open our oven up. We'll stick this inside. And then when that cools down, it'll be at the perfect moisture content and dried out just enough. And then we'll get ready to vacuum seal that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pull this out of here. That should be a little drier now. And then we're going to bring it over here where we're going to vacuum seal and label. Vacuum seal? Okay, whatever that word is. Alright, so now you've taken a little bit of the moisture out. Test it to make sure it's fine, which that works. And then we're going to get this vacuum sealer. All kinds of little vacuum sealers. This one is pretty cool. But you say these bags are a little harder to find? Beef heart's really, really good for this because it's less expensive. And you usually have to go to a butcher shop or go to your store and have them order it for you. Ta-da! Alright, so now you can take this, put it in your freezer, mark the date on here, and you've got bait for the ring. I would do the exact same thing for beef heart, for liver. Wonderful. You're all set now. And then you get the maids to come in and clean the mess. Yeah.
You tell him.